नमस्ते दोस्तों, वेलकम टू दी एपिसोड 2 ऑफ फाउंडर्स टॉक। आज हमारे साथ है मिस्टर सुधीर, प्रोफेसर एंड अ फाउंडर ऑफ 3 डॉट डिज़ाइन। सर, प्लीज़ इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
Hi, this is Sudhir, and I've been in this creative world for 25 plus years. I've been running this place from last 10 years. It is called 3 Dot Designs, and I am also an educator. I teach in design universities, multiple subjects, and here I am with
हिरेन।
my dear friend Hiren.
या सो आज हम इनके साथ हैं। आज हम इनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने वाले। ही इज़ बीइंग अ क्रिएटिव पर्सन आई हैव एवर मेट। हमारे भी एक अलग ही स्टोरी है, हम कैसे मिले और किस तरह से। तो आई विल जस्ट शेयर यू इन अनदर वीडियो। आज हम इनसे पहले पूछते हैं कि व्हाट्स योर ओपिनियन ऑन डिज़ाइनिंग। एक ब्रांड के लिए, एक प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइनिंग से लेके पैकेजिंग डिज़ाइनिंग से लेके एक क्रिएटिव डिज़ाइनिंग, क्या एक इम्पोर्टेंस है वो ब्रांड के लिए?
I think because for a brand the story starts with brand name, and then it goes to packaging, then it goes to marketing collaterals. Branding is very important because आज का जो market है, it is very thick competition. You need to stand out, you need to shout, you need to carve your space. For that you definitely need all creative inputs,
Okay.
which will excel or which will take your product to new heights.
Okay. So as we discussed earlier, there are two type of creative designing. Like it's a minimalistic and
Maximalistic. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
please explain on that thing?
I think there are two ways in design. One is minimalistic approach and one is maximalistic approach. These two theories, they have their own stand. They have their own sector. So it depends on what you are designing, it depends on what you are doing. So there are brand logos which are maximalist, which have too many elements. On other side, there you will see brands with only typography which are minimal. So it definitely depends on which surface or on which creative area you are using the kind of sector, minimalistic or maximalistic. So it depends on the message what you want to convey. If you are targeting something which is very unique, something which is very sharp, that can be minimalistic. Or we can also do maximalistic approach where you need to communicate too many things in a very beautiful manner. Both works, both has its own importance.
Okay. So seeing current generation, like, which is the best approach? Is it minimalistic or is it maximalist?
The current trend, what I see going in design is minimalistic,
Okay.
especially in international market, because people now need very clean, legible packaging, very clean design. It should communicate fast because you are in a world of impulsive buying.
Yes.
I need my product to communicate very fast
within
to me.
3 seconds.
Within
Because
3, yeah.
Reels work so fast that people see in 3 seconds. Yes, this is something which catches my eyes.
I need to pick fast, so
Yes.
I need to make my decision in few seconds. So definitely minimalistic approach will help, and it will communicate fast to a buyer
Okay.
to pick your product.
Okay. There's one more question in my mind that different brands revamp their entire designing, revamp even their logos. Like, what's the reason behind that?
I think this is a good question. A lot of people feel that redesigning or rebranding their logo, it's a taboo around. But I believe you should rebrand or reposition your logos because it proves that you are evolving. You are coming out with new ideation. You need to change with the time.
Okay.
I'm saying that your core philosophy should be same, but your look, the approach to the market, because even the generations are changing, even
Yes.
the ideation, even the market is changing, buyers are changing, your target audiences are changing. You need to definitely revamp, restructure, and definitely reinvent your own brand. That will help you to go to the next level.
So, like, it doesn't create any like if I have stock of this much product of my old designing, so it won't create any clashes between the old designing and the new designing or new revamping?
I think it's a pure planning game. If you are revamping your packaging, you need to work with inventory. You need to understand as a designer that how much inventory your client has. It should go step by step. If you have, say, 6 products in your basket, we should check our inventory, which is finishing first. We should, introduce our new packaging. We should introduce and slowly phase out so that we are not wasting on the inventory what is lying in our manufacturing setup.
Yes,
so we should utilize and slowly introduce our product with a new, fresh design.
So if we think like you saying doing it step by step rather than doing it at the same place.
Yeah, I think doing it at phase 1 and revamping everything and throwing the old stuff, it's sometimes, it goes heavy on the pocket. So we
Yes.
should plan with our client. We should understand because they have already spent so much on the packaging.
Yeah.
So we should have a phase out manner. We should have phase 1, phase 2. That is a comfortable way to get into the market.
Okay.
And if you are planning to launch a new range, you have existing 6 product, but
Yes.
you are planning to launch a new range, you should launch that new range with a new,
New
design.
designing and new packaging.
And then the old can then go hand by hand after the new range is launched.
Okay.
That is also one
Type-
idea, type of yeah.
rebranding or
rebranding. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. What's your opinion on designing and a culture? Like, what's connection between designing and a culture?
I think design is definitely original because there are few ideologies. Like in Western countries, you will find baby pink for girl and baby, light blue for boys. But if you come down to India, you will find all kids packaging or kids, kind of products. They are very colorful.
Okay.
So if you are working for a Western country in a packaging setup, you need to understand their culture, what works there. It's all design process. You need to know all of the geographical location and their culture to design something for them.
Okay.
It should not be a shock for them.
Okay. So color plays an important role in this. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very important role
Definitely.
while designing
Co-
anything.
color-
Color and pattern, I think so.
I think color is an important role because suddenly in USA, I cannot launch a baby girl toy with a yellow color. That
Okay.
will be shock.
Yes,
That will
definitely.
be shock for them.
Yeah.
So we need to understand culture and do that because that goes with the research. That
Research,
goes
yes.
for which market you are working for.
So I think every country, even in India, every state has a different color,
Definitely.
different scheme of colors. Like they like to use certain in men in Gujarat, I feel black or red or this type of colors are used more.
Yeah, so there are certain cultures where they say no to black.
Okay,
They say
yes.
black is bad color, bad omen. But there are some cultures in India, they say we need black only.
Okay.
So that definitely again depends on, before you kickstart any design, you need to do research.
Yes.
And then define colors accordingly.
Okay, that's great. So there's one more thing. Like you are teaching now.
Yeah.
Before that, you used to design yourself.
Yeah, I
So
think.
what's your experience from designing to teaching a young generation how to design?
Yeah, I think that's a call I took COVID time, and teaching was always a passion. It's kind of giving back to young designers, but definitely a lot of people say that the young designers are not that focused, or they are too techno savvy. I don't know. They will be learning fundamental of design, but with my experience of now few years in
Okay.
teaching. Yeah, they are smart kids. They are doing well, but they have their own idea in
Okay.
design.
So
But
what's different between your
I-
the generation which we used to design few years before and generation?
yeah, I
designing
think
currently?
therefore I call myself old school design,
Okay.
old school design boy. But the current generation uses technology. I think they have technology by their side.
Okay.
We were all manual, so I have done.
AI is helping them a lot. Then
Then
helping
definitely,
us.
definitely. So the technology, the things what we used to do used to take weeks to
Okay.
us, but currently the same task can be done in one day with technology. So I
Okay.
think that is giving the edge. So they can spend more time on research, they can spend more time on other things than
On
focusing
creating
on
more creative, different ideas. That's really good.
Technology is really helping them. I think that is.
So you said about technology, like from past 5-10 years, what was the technology going there? Like how you used to design? Because at that time, I think so Photoshop and were there, but not that advanced.
I think I started with Adobe Illustrator 3.
Okay.
So
currently, which is I'm zero in technology.
Currently, it is 2023.
Okay.
So I'm talking now like 25-30 years back. So we had only 6 tools in the
Adobe
Illustrator.
And what all you can do in that 6 tools?
I think we were very limited. Certain images, like you can only place EPS then.
Okay.
But currently you can place PSD. You can place so many other formats in Adobe Illustrator. The flexibility has tremendously improved in softwares. So we used to do a lot of things manual plus
okay, yes,
the
that's
software.
what I'm asking. Like before 5 to 10 years before, like you used to design from your hand and then make it on the screen, or
so
vice versa.
I started my journey with all manual artworks. There were no computers.
Okay.
So forget software, there were no computers.
Okay.
So we started with like positives, negatives, making artworks manually and giving it for printing. It used to be like hell task. We used to take.
So what is this positive and negative? Please clarify.
I think that's the essential thing for printing.
Okay.
Earlier days we used to first have negatives, then we will have positives, then we will have plates, and those plates will go for printing. But currently it is direct plate. So positives, negatives have gone. It's an old technology.
Okay.
So the print quality which we used to see was 130 odd LPI. Currently the LPI is 200 plus screen ruling LPI. So the clarity of images, now you can see magazines and brochures. Current brochures they are so nicely printed.
Yes.
It's because of technology, and it's because of definitely the upgradement and printing technology.
That's somewhere beneficial for the younger generation, which you are
teaching currently. So the benefit is I know the basics. Because I have started with manual artworks. I have started with the basics of technology, the basics of design. So explaining them, it helps me because I know the basics, because I take them from a very, very basic question, which is like why you call uppercase and why you call lowercase.
So currently I'll ask the same question. Even I'm confused. Why we call them? Now if you said that, now I'm thinking why we call them this
thing. The uppercase and lowercase comes from letterpress printing.
Okay.
So they used to manually pick every alphabet and compose, and then it goes to printing. So there were 2 cases.
Like a typewriter.
No. They used to pick one alphabet, A, and B, C, D, and they used to compose, and then that compose used to go for printing. So to not get confused between a lowercase and an uppercase, a capital and lowercase, right? So the capitals were kept in the rack on an upper side.
Okay.
On the top, so it was uppercase. So all capitals are in uppercase, and the lowercase, they were wooden cases.
Okay.
So uppercase, lowercase came from there.
Okay, we thought it is like in Microsoft Word we say uppercase and lowercase, small and big.
It came from letterpress printing.
Okay.
So that's
even you collect that printing.
I collect letterpress blocks. I collect letterpress.
I was seeing your office. There are some frames of this letterpress. So that's letterpress.
I definitely collect. I cherish them. I design furniture with them. I design a lot of frames with them. I compose. I am also a typographer, so I do typography.
So I think your creative product is this
typography is one of the passion. So I am a type designer. I do typography. I do typography compositions. I do calendars with typography. There are many things you can do with typography. That is one of the passion.
Exactly. You cannot even imagine, like there's unlimited possibilities of things you can do with.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
you can even create a portrait from typography.
I've
seen
that
people
is
writing the name. Like currently, I was seeing in this 2nd October Mahatma Gandhi. So everyone was writing Mahatma Gandhi, and they created
the portrait of Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes,
that's part of typography.
That's part of typography. That's really great. if we say that younger generation currently building different stuffs, like what, like in perspective of like as you drawn from your hand, they have to draw from the pad which they are using currently.
Yeah.
So
I
what's the creative difference in that? Like they
I-
can think that creative that the person used to think at that age, or they
Nah.
have more creative liberty?
I think every design school around in India, they encourage sketches. They
Okay.
encourage manual sketching first in foundation. So they definitely do manual sketches,
Okay.
but probably lesser than what we used to do. And I definitely, when I go for teaching, I see them with coming with a laptop,
Yes.
iPad, and an iPhone. So I tell them that keep this aside for a week and
Show me some hand
start
stuff.
doing manually. So
Yes.
the basic eye, hand, and brain coordination comes with manual artworks. So that is important, and then I take them to technology.
Okay.
That's and I think I'm at the age, or I am at the junction in design industry where I have seen manual artworks to a technology. So I am the same guy who used to use Adobe Illustrator 3 and I am using 23
Okay.
with AI capability.
Yes.
So in
So
design,
you've seen everything
Yeah,
from
everything,
0
yeah.
to 100, like each and every technology you have been seeing.
everything. I think the crux or the core is, as a designer, you need to keep yourself upgraded. That is
Yes.
the key.
That's definitely a
That's
key.
the key. So I think let me start because we are trying to revamp your
Yes.
own product.
Yes.
So I think
So I'll just give you a small brief because अभी तक मैंने मेरे audience को भी नहीं बोला है कि we are revamping. So I'll say you one small thing, like we are revamping and हमारा पुराना packaging भी इन्होंने ही किया and नया, and the reason I got this that I should revamp is from this guy only. He just said me one dialogue like तुम अभी भी वही men's labor जो 2018 में आया था and जो 2023 में you should upgrade and upgrade yourself according to the generations. So he's the guy.
I think he has agreed
Yes.
fairly, and
Definitely.
we are changing the entire look with the current trend.
Yes.
And which we again we are going to call it minimalistic approach, which will be definitely a different color and
Yes.
with typography.
Yes.
And
I kept everything in the hands of Sudhir sir. Like उनको जो करना है ये कर सकते हैं. But I am damn sure आंखें बंद करके भी मैं करूँ ना तो he can do perfect for the brand.
thank you.
So I've always trusted you that way. Yes, in this thing you have said that being a brand never stuck in certain areas. Like if I'm born in 2018, I should not stuck to 2018. should grow.
I think you should grow, you should evolve, you should show that you are ready for the next generation. You should show that you are there in the lead of international brands, and you should not get stuck to same old damn thing.
or
And
not even stuck to certain geographical location.
Yeah,
You should
so-
keep in mind that everything we can conquer.
you should have your horizon unlimited. You should not be aiming your market as just India or just one state. You
Yeah.
should think globally, because definitely there are a lot of products in India which are going globally, and
Yes.
they need that touch in their products, in their packaging, in their branding. So we are definitely advocating that, and we will be doing for you same. So all the best to you.
Thanks. I don't need all the best. You need to think creatively. I just need to say you, I want something creative.
Yeah, definitely we will do that.
So I think this is it, and I thank you for being in a podcast.
Thank you so
Really,
much.
It was great having
Thank you,
with you.
thank you, Eren.
So guys, if you want to see his work, you can go to his page 3 Designing, and even their website you'll see a lot of things done over there. Lot of designing. He likes to play with shapes and colors. I forgot to ask that question, but he likes to play, and you can see all that stuff on his website or on his Instagram page. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you
and
so much.
Believe in Man's Lab.
Thank you.